Hey everyone, how are you all? Hope you're well. So this is my first video I'm recording in a little while, and it's going to be a pickups video for the last 6 weeks or so, I reckon. I've shared a couple of bits, like doing the 12 streams for Christmas, but I haven't really shown anything new to the collection per se. So I just want to go through a few bits that I've got recently, basically. There's some nice items in there, in my opinion. One of which I think is pretty awesome. And I wouldn't say necessarily that common over here. So that'd be cool. And it's something I've been after for a while, so happy to get it. Also, I have another video planned where I will feature some more pickups, sort of, in that they'll be gaming presents from my partner, but I will be incorporating them with something else, so they're not included in this video. You may also notice this looks different. I've had a bit of a shuffle round, so a lot of this stuff, these top 3 shelves and that shelf just behind me, were over to my side, where I had a shelf for Sonic, Pokemon, Zelda and FIFA. Well, I've kind of moved them up there now, so you've got Sonic at the top, Zelda and Dead or Alive on there. This is Pokemon. Then I have a Star Wars shelf, a James Bond shelf beneath it, and then FIFA, to show the franchises that I really enjoy. And my Sega book stuff is all in the bookcase beside me. But one day we'll go through it all. It's part of my thing towards getting my room how I want it, and the obligatory room tour, which I promise you will be coming. You may have also, and this kind of ties into what I've just said, have noticed a couple of tweets or Facebook posts and whatever from me, which is 2022, I'm going to be going for a rebrand. The first note is the channel name. It won't be That UK Gamer. Not because I won't be UK anymore, but because I'm broadening, focusing on other stuff I enjoy as well. But it's all kind of in the same geekdom, which is why it will become The Geek Master. That will be my new channel name, The Geek Master. It won't be changing just yet. I'm trying to come up with a logo for it before I do the change, but I'll update people when it's ready to go. As part of that, I'll be doing the games. They will probably be the main element still, but I'll be placing more emphasis on manga, anime, trading card games, and other stuff. For example, I now have a board game shelf. It's specialised, but that'll be included as well. So we're not just sticking to the games, but they will make the main focus of the content most of the time. There may be other bits along the way as well, who knows. Yeah, so all that's to come as part of the rebrand also. Not only have I said change the name, done this, I'm going to, as I said, come up with a new logo, and it's at that point that I'm hoping to possibly start sorting out some merch, maybe. Be a cool thing to have. Let me know if anyone would be interested if I do it. Kind of eyeing getting at least something out ready for Comic-Con, assuming I can go at the end of May, so 4.5 months time. Yeah, so there may be more to it. And the other thing for 2022 that's also coming is the mastermind I previously mentioned. That will be coming this year. I'm looking probably about 2 months time. I'm off work for about 2.5 weeks in, so it seems a good time as any to start it. Just keep an eye out for further details, basically. I have a couple of other ideas. I'm just working them through my head at the minute, but there will be videos. The other thing is I'm also looking at possibly doing a few more shorts, but they may mostly entail a bit of gameplay. Probably mostly saved Switch screenshots, which are in like 30 seconds anyway. But it's going to be funny stuff, generally funny or interesting. Such as getting screwed over by a stupid shiny starly on my brilliant diamond, which decided to show up when I was in the Great March searching for a Carnivine. You bastard. I'm sure you can tell what happened. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure I'll probably get fed up with my voice now. You'd like to see the games, so we'll get into them. But right before we do, just want to give a shout out to the Retro Bear for this awesome shirt. Thank you. I think I must put weight on because I swear it's smaller on me than it was. But there you go. So let's get into the games. This is a bit of Christmas stuff and also stuff I've just generally picked up since roughly middle of November, start of December. And there's one interesting item which I literally got less than a week ago. But I'm going to save the best for last. But I promise you, it is the best for last and it's worth staying for. So, let's start with game 149 for my Nintendo 64 collection, which obviously isn't behind me anymore. It's now facing me, it's up there. Chameleon Twist. So, this was £15, I think, from the Retro Hunter. So, I'm really happy with that. I did buy the second one on eBay, it never turned up, which is annoying. But I've got the first one now. And I said it's game 149. I had hoped to get 150 by the end of the year, but failed there. But my original target for last year was 139, so at the same time, I'm not too disappointed. Also, believe that means I need 90 games now for the full European set, so we're getting there. As for a target for this year, let's say 160 for now. Roughly a game a month, but it'll probably change. But yeah, Chameleon Twist, where I haven't played it, but I'm guessing you play as the chameleon guy there and use your tongue like a chameleon. Maybe you do the twist, I don't know. Talking of the Retro Hunter, purchased on Friday, a Dreamcast game. Sega Sports NHL 2K, which, as you may note by the case and by this E down here, is actually American. Thankfully, I can play these on my Dreamcast. I've got the means to do so. It's also my third American Dreamcast game after Sonic Shuffle and Dead or Alive 2. Both of which are up here. In fact, don't know if you'll be able to see it, but Shuffle is right there. This was a £5, although he did give me a bit of money off of the deal I did, but I'll go into that more later on. This was a £5, was what I originally looked at, because I wanted to get a bit more foreign stuff as such, including Japanese stuff from my Dreamcast. Saw the UK one, which was about 5 times the price, so price-wise, admittedly, and because it's a cooler thing to have, I think, having an American one, and it helps on the space. I got this for about, well, officially about a £5, so, yeah. Also, just remembered, for some reason, although there's a disc, there's also NBA 2K apparently. So, yeah, an NBA 2K1 disc with an NBA 2K flyer. So, yeah. Also, it has a cool Sonic face on it. Don't know if you can see that. So, that's random. Let's think. Okay, so I found out about a site called the Game Collection from the WhatsApp group. Been buying some stuff from them ever since. And I bought a lot of free. One of them was the Harry Potter Legos collection for Switch for my niece for Christmas. But I bought 2 games for myself. So the first one is Professional Farmer 2017 Gold Edition, which includes the main game and the add-on Cattle and Cultivation. So I get to grow crops and cows, basically. Steaks on demand. As you can see, it's sealed, so I haven't tried it yet, but I will do. But this was about £4 or £5, I think, so I'm happy with that. The other game for myself, which is definitely a bit more random, and I know Big Game Alan knows I have it, because I spoke to him in an after party once and had it. It's a Nintendo DS game, and And it is Oktoberfest, because apparently there's an Oktoberfest game. And yes, it is German. Or at least I'm assuming it is, because on the back it has about the product technology stuff above the English stuff. And as you can see in the game descriptions, the German one is above the British one. So, I'll try to read it in German, in the accent as well. Oktoberfest. Das offizielle Spiel zu Weißen hat alles, was man für eine zünftige Party braucht. Beweise dein Geschick beim Kellern oder in der Geisterbahn, beim Fingerhackeln und Schuhplattern, beim Dirigieren und beim Hauden Lukas. Und als Bonus erwartet das große Bayern Quiz. Or, Oktoberfest, the official game, has everything you need for a party. Show off your skills as a waiter, go on a haunted house ride, finger fighting, thigh slapping, conducting and testing your strength with a bonus Bavarian quiz. So there you go. This was £3, I think, and it's complete. So yeah, that was random. And although I'm trying to, how do I put this, focus my collection, I'm still looking for odd random bits. I shared the Nintendo DS browser I picked up before the London Gaming Market because it's so random, and I'd say that's definitely up there. So there you go. Also, interestingly, considering it resolves around Oktoberfest, it's got a 7 rating. So there you go. So I assume the inclusion of alcohol, which is a bit weird, is minimal. Okay, so I previously mentioned I had a FIFA collection down there. That is my specialist, rarer, foreign stuff. The basic FIFAs are with their systems. For example, I've got the PS1 FIFAs up there, PS2 there, Xbox 360 there, and so on. But I actually managed to pick up another FIFA from Curry's. I think it's during part of the Black Friday sales and that. I think it's mentioned on the WhatsApp group again. I just didn't tell anyone to buy it. And this was £3 including delivery. So I'm very impressed considering it's from Curry's. It's FIFA 21 with Mbappe. Noticeably, it is the Series X version. Specifically the Series X and not the one for the Xbox One. Which means, first of all, I can't play it. But it is therefore officially my first proper Series X game. So, yeah. Also has next level content, apparently. Which includes rare gold packs and something to do with having Kylian Mbappe on loan or something. Yeah. But yeah. So, still with the Xbox thing there. And it was £3, including delivery. So, yeah. So thanks for whoever shared that in the WhatsApp group. That's another awesome addition to my Xbox collection. Okay. You may also remember, about a week before Christmas, I appeared on the TMB podcast with Retro Bear, Retro Games Revived, and Retro Red Steve, and Nate Retro 1. And we were talking about the Sega Master System, which, along with Nintendo 64, is the main series I'm collecting for. Well, after that point, I actually went to the Retro Hunter, not when I went last week, and added to my Master System collection. Now, I nearly bought 2 games for £10, which were, I think, Laser Ghost, and I can't remember the other one. They were £10 each. Instead, I paid £20 for one game, but it's one which I believe is rarer. I believe we mentioned it on the podcast as one that people want to see and haven't seen much. And I also happen to know my partner's a fan of this franchise and introduced me to it. So for £20, I bought Road Rash for the Master System. Nice blue spine. Stands out a bit, but I've got to say, it does look cool though. There's no manual, but that's alright, a lot of mine don't. There's the cartridge, and considering, I think it's in really nice condition. You can see it's got the hang tab as well. So yeah, and the sticker on the side. So, this is my second Road Rash game, I believe, after Road Rash 2 on the Mega Drive, which is somewhere over there. Yeah. so gonna have to give this a try with my partner at some point. But yeah, mentioned it, so I went and bought it. Okay, now it's time for a cup of tea. Yep, it's like 9 at night and I'm having a cup of tea because why not? Lovely mug given to me by work, or cup, or whatever you want to call it. Onto a couple of Switch games. So the first one is one I've been after for a little while actually. I don't know where I saw it originally. Might have been a WhatsApp group, might have been someone's video. Saw one copy, I think it was on eBay. £35, I bought it. Haven't played it yet. It only arrived about no more than a week ago. And it is Railway Empire, Nintendo Switch Edition. So this one, well, the name implies it really. You build a railway empire across America. But this does include expansions of Mexico, the Great Lakes, and crossing the Andes. So obviously it goes outside the US. Yeah, here's the back. So the trains and all that, the mapping thing and options and whatever. That's the inside. There is a cartridge, but it's in my Switch case. I know there's an Xbox One version I'm tempted to get as well. So I'm half tempted to buy it to stream it on Twitch, which is another thing I'm getting it back into this year, very soon. But out of interest on here, you basically build and manage your own railroad company across 100 years of the American Industrial Revolution. That's in the case, I didn't just make that up. I'm not that quick. Expand, connect and develop towns into bustling cities. I like this bit. Employ legal and illegal methods, such as sabotage or espionage, to go up against competing tycoons. Choose from 40 historically accurate locomotives and more than 30 wagon types across 5 different eras, and master challenging scenarios opening up the North American continent. So, I'm looking forward to giving this a try soon. So, yeah. So, if I do them shorts, you may see train clips. The other Switch game was a Christmas present from my sister. It's a game I tried to buy. It wasn't too long after it came out. Instead, they didn't have it, so I bought FIFA 22 instead. But now I have it. Metroid Dread. I like my Metroid games. I haven't played them loads, but what I have played, I've really enjoyed and been really intrigued by this one. I've heard really good things about it. Not just from YouTube and reviews and people in the community, but also other people such as one of my good mates. I know he's into Metroid, and he said this is really good. So, yeah, really looking forward to this. Nice cool picture of Samus Aran there. Again, the game's in my case. Yeah. And this one, you have to investigate why the Emmy robots have basically gone rogue, as far as I'm aware. So, looking forward to it. So yeah, Metroid Dread. Or to put it bluntly, come face to face with fear. Okay, we have 6 more games I want to go through, and then the biggie. So, first, more tea. Okay, so these 6 games are all for the Nintendo Gamecube. I've been on a little bit of a Gamecube hit lately, but I'm focusing specifically on not just adding to the collection willy-nilly. I'm going for the games that I want, so ones that I want to try, ones I've enjoyed playing but didn't have, ones that actually have a meaning to me as such, specific titles. So the first one is actually the most recent one I bought, and this was bought at the same time as NHL and the big film I'll reveal soon, Crazy Taxi, which is, to be fair, awesome and crazy, and you're in a taxi. I have this for the PS2, I think it is, and the Dreamcast version, because you have to have the Dreamcast one, really, don't you? Yeah. Prepare for the craziest cab ride of your life. I believe it has the soundtrack from Offspring. Yeah, Offspring and Bad Religion. So this is a fun game. I didn't need it for GameCube really, because I already have it elsewhere. But I said GameCube here And this is a game I really enjoy. So when I saw it, it's like, you know what, I've got to get it, really. So that's GameCube game number 1. GameCube game number 2 is one I've never played. Well, I've played a bit of it now. But, and it was technically a Christmas present. But it's one I knew about when it was, like, released. And I've just always wanted to try it, and now I can. And it is Star Wars Bounty Hunter, where you play as Jango Fett. So, I had every other Star Wars game as far as I'm aware on GameCube. So, like, Outcast, Clone Wars, and the 2 Rogue Squadron ones. This was the last one as far as I'm aware. I've only played a bit of it, but I'm enjoying what I've played so far. I'm hoping it gets a bit better than it has been. I don't know, but I'm not disappointed. As a Star Wars fan, I had to get it and try it. So, yeah. And it's complete, by the way. As is Crazy Taxi. So, yeah, Bounty Hunter. Game number 4 is one I'd never owned until I got this. However, my brothers owned it for a long time. We haven't played together for a while, but I really did enjoy playing it. And I actually got the Switch version recently, but from experiencing both, I'd say this one's better. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. Again, like the other 2, these have all been from the Retro Hunter. So, I love the fact that courses that are Mario feeling ones. As you can see from this cover with chain charms and mushrooms and whatever. There's a couple other ones like around like Peach's Castle, etc. But I've got to say, out of all the Mario Golf games, this is probably the best one in my opinion. This was about 20 quid or so, I think. 20, 25 quid, something like that. It's worth it though. If you want to try Mario Golf, definitely try this one. And it is complete. Okay. So, we're into 3 more. Now, these 3 I bought when I had a week off about a month ago. I hadn't intended to buy them. Although one of them I knew was in a couple of places. So, I bought it because I'd wanted it for a while. And I kind of decided I'd get it as my Christmas present off my partner. And that game will be one of the GameCube classics. And I say that because it's literally one of the first, if not the first game. Luigis Mansion. I've played this before on GameCube a long time ago. I really enjoyed it. I know it got re-released on the 3DS. And there's the second and third ones. But this is the one I've wanted. And my CX happened to have a load of decent GameCube titles in really good condition as well. So I paid the 30 quid for this. Although, my partner's paid most of that as my Christmas present. So this is really from her. Complete. And I've given it a go. And I remember how much fun I had when I played this before. And I'm really glad they're sticking with Luigi's Mansion now. Because it's really fun. So, another one which I think any GameCube collection has to have. Okay, second one. This one I've never played. But I've seen footage of it. I remember seeing all the reviews and whatever when it first came out. Cause it's a very early GameCube title, I believe. I'm not normally into this genre, but this one had me very curious. Although I don't think it will have its effect, because I know about it. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. I've heard some very interesting stuff about this. Basically, it messes your mind. I believe it does stuff such as randomly appear to mute the TV and wipe your save data and all that. Really messes with you. But I've heard very good stuff about it, and I just had to buy it, to be honest, when I saw it. I said, I'm not normally into horror games. I do also have Resident Evil, I think it is. It's one of them. I think it's the first one on GameCube, so I might have to give that a try. But this is the one I've really wanted to try. And this was £25 from CX, and again, complete. And these were in really good condition as well, the discs. Last one, in terms of what the game is, fits me perfectly. In terms of the fact I paid 85 quid for one game, a second-hand game at that, is totally out of my normal modus operandi. I kind of did a retro bear with the shakedown game and that for the Wii. So 85 quid, totally worth it though. You don't see it that often, and it is normally not, and I think it's just going up if anything. And as you can see from this, and I have briefly shown it before, I'm a Zelda fan. It's Twilight Princess, the Gamecube one, the original developed one. It's complete. It's in really good condition. I've never played it on Gamecube. I've got the Wii and the Wii U version, so now I'm glad to have this version. The only issue is it was raining the day I got it, so it kind of got stuck to a little bit of a CX sticker, but it's purely the case. I've checked. The inner sleeve there is fine, so I'll probably just swap the case over. And then it'll be as if it's still really, really mint. And it'll just have another game that has a random sticky bit there. So, just to show it, as you can see, if I put it away, it's fine. So yeah, but really happy to finally have this, because I know my mate's had it for a while, or at least he did have it. I don't know if he still got it. But yeah, Zelda fan, I had to get this, so happy to have this. And they are my 6 Gamecube games I bought. I still have more I'm looking at, and my birthday's at the end of next month, so I'm looking at maybe getting something big then. Possibly Sonic Adventure 2 for Dreamcast is one I'm really looking for. But I will see what there is. Or 4 Swords for Gamecube, something like that. But, as I said, I mentioned there's a big thing. And it's time to this. Now, I haven't shared I bought this with anyone. The only people who know are me, the person I bought it from, the Retro Hunter, my partner, and my brother. And I've previously mentioned that I am a big Nintendo 64 fan. My collection was there. And, well, I decided a good while ago I had a goal or something, and this has finally been fulfilled with this. So, I've got a PAL console, well, PAL games. I've got a fair few Japanese games, played Japanese. I'm playing my Japanese console, and I now own this, which may not appear obvious straight away, but is an American US Nintendo 64. And unlike the other two, this one's actually boxed, so that's a nice touch as well. And I didn't know this until I had it pointed out to me, but only the American ones say the Fun Machine there. So there you go. You can see, hopefully, it's got a sticker and it has an American phone number, the 1-800. And I believe it must be quite an early one, based on not only that, but also the games on the back. Which I think were pretty much all the launch titles. Like Mario, Pilot Wings, Killer Instinct, etc. So, yeah. Also, interestingly, there's a hole there at the back to show the serial number. So, let's open this up quickly, shall we? So, it's got, as you can see, it's got the polystyrene outlay in it. There's no manuals or leaflets, unfortunately, but you've got the console here. You've got controller, power lead. There's a TV lead under the controller. You might just briefly, and the RF box is under the console as well. And this is actually a UK power supply. Done all the research. We've tried it, and it does work for the UK lead, presumably in the same way the Japanese ones do as well. So that's something. I was actually after another one he had. We were going to do a deal, and then he messaged me saying he had one with a UK power supply, and he's doing it for the same price. So this console was £120. Also, there's the RF bit. I paid 130 for it, Crazy Taxi and NHL. So he did me a really good deal there. And here is the console, which, yes, I know it looks the same. This bit will be different for the US cartridges. And also, again, American phone number. So, yeah. Apparently, Retro Hunter didn't even know this was American until he went to try it and realised UK games didn't fit. So that's a cool little thing. And also, just there, it says USA. I only have one game I can play on it at the minute, which is International Superstar Soccer 64. I found an American one on eBay for like £3 or something, like a couple of months ago. I'm after more. There's American exclusives I want. I want Wheel of Fortune because I'm cheesy like that. And I'd love to get some of the other coloured cartridges, the red, the blue, the greens, that we never got. So that's the goal eventually, I guess. But I'm just happy to have the console. That was always going to be the hard bit. So, well, in my opinion, mostly because of the price. So, yeah, my third Nintendo 64 cartridge and completes the trifecta of UK, US, and Japan. And that is it in terms of the pickups for now. So, what do you think of the pickups? Is there anything there that stands out to you in terms of the games that you really enjoy playing or have any special memories for you? Am I an idiot for having 3 Nintendo 64s, all of different regions? Let me know, because I'm genuinely curious whether I am or not. But for now, we have a building Nintendo 64 collection, but I have no idea where to put that console yet. So yeah, and it's nice to have a box for the 64, I have to admit. But yeah, as I said, more pickups to come with Christmas stuff, but I'm going to mix it in with something that'll be out too long. I'll do a proper update video going into more detail about this year, the rebrand, etc. soon. More news on the Mastermind thing as well, and a couple of other ideas I got. But for now, I will see you later. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Bye.